Disclaimer, in this video I will be talking about certain situations that made me feel some type of way. I won't be name dropping anyone, but it's a lot of things that I think about and it really affects me. So I am gonna speak on it, but I'm not gonna drop no names. I don't hate no one. I don't dislike anyone. I still truly love everyone. But this is just gonna explain why I move the way I move with some people and why y'all don't see me with people that y'all used to see me with. Hey y'all. Don't mind how I look. It's currently 2:54 in the morning and I've been crying, honestly. Really just talking to the camera is a safe place for me, but I don't want to come on here and always just be down and sad and crying, because like, who wants to do that? And I don't like when people see me vulnerable, but also I don't have a problem with it because life is just life. And yeah, I'm not recording on my camera. I was supposed to binge do this video, but my camera, I don't know. Is it gonna work now? No. As y'all can see, it keeps doing this. And yeah, so I don't really know where to start. It's like a lot that I need to say, but I don't know how to say it. A lot of y'all know that, of course, like y'all know the basics, like my mom passed away and all this and so forth, but I'm just gonna run it back over, like from the beginning. I'm gonna go from the beginning of my childhood to my process with school, to me trying to fit in, to me moving, and so on and so forth, how I started social media and everything. And I hope y'all watching, y'all just listen and just take it in and just understand, because even though sometimes I don't understand, I try to figure it out. And if I'm looking around or if I'm saying it's just because I'm not really, there's no way of me to say what I want to say. It's just me coming off and me venting to y'all. I was born and raised in Florida. I was born in Hollywood, Fort Lauderdale. That's where I was born. From what I remember, most of my childhood I stayed in apartments. It was me, my mom, my older sister, and my two older brothers at first, and then my mom got pregnant and had my little brother. Our mom ended up surprising us with a house. We thought we was going to a beach, and turns out that she had got a house, and we was just so happy. So we had ended up getting a house. And then fast forward to the summer of 2011, we had got dropped off to my grandma's house. It's the summertime, so my older siblings really liked my grandma's house. They was over there all the time, but me personally, I was the mama's girl, so I was always with my mom. But this time I was at my grandma's house. My mom's birthday was June 16th. She had turned 30. June 23rd, she had went out. She had came to my grandma's house, picked my aunt up. I was asleep. They had went out. After their night out, she came back and dropped my aunt off. And that morning, she ended up getting in a car accident. She passed away. They said she hydroplaned into a ditch, flew from the ditch, hit a tree, and ended up on the house roof. That's all I know. And she was 99.9% burnt. That's all I know. I don't know if she passed once she hit the tree. I don't know if she passed once she, once the car caught on fire or any of that. The crash happened down the street from my elementary school. I ended up moving to Miami with one of my other aunts. Didn't stay there for long because I missed my grandma, so I came back to the city. And it was a lot on my grandma. We went without light, we went without water. We ended up getting kicked out of the house that my mom had got us. We stayed in motels. I couldn't really do sports if I wanted to do sports because there was no one to pay for them. And all in all, like, that's what made me so independent and like not want to have to live under a roof with anyone or like depend on anyone, because my whole life is like we had to figure it out, if that makes sense. We stayed in a trailer park. Around this time, I was doing cheerleading. My stepdad had paid for me to do cheerleading because it's what I wanted to do. We stayed with friends. We stayed in houses that only had 2 bedrooms. My room was the living room. We stayed in houses that only had 3 bedrooms with like 10 of us in there. Again, it was always the same cycle: no water, no light. Trying to figure things out. And me being a child, I just had to deal with it. I didn't have any friends. I didn't have no one to go to. One Christmas break, I stayed with a friend the whole Christmas break. I celebrated Christmas with them and everything. If I'm talking like this, it's because like I don't really have the energy, and I'm really trying not to cry. Fast forward, I was never the type to be into school. I didn't really have friends. I was an introvert. And I think my depression started from way back then. But like being a kid with depression, it was just like you have things to do to like distract your mind. So I was like doing things to distract my mind. I had my grandma and stuff like that. I started social media when I was 16. But 16 I started getting like recognition and followers. I was on social media for a long time. I started with Dub Smash, Musically, and stuff like that. And then I went to an event when I was 16, and ever since then, that's when I took it serious. Within the times and the people that I've met, I lost myself, and I did things that I regret doing. And to this day, a lot of it still hurts me, and a lot of it I still think about and stuff like that. So I started making my own money. And it was cool. I was still living with my grandma, so I didn't really have responsibilities like that for real. But then I had moved out of my grandma's house because it wasn't really a good environment for a content creator. Like, it was always loud. My grandma had a lot of people over there, and I just couldn't do what I needed to do. So me and my sister ended up moving in with each other. Us being sisters, we would always bump heads. It didn't matter what it was, we just always bump heads. So when I was around 18, I told myself I was gonna move to Texas, because y'all know I was traveling from Atlanta. I was traveling to Atlanta and to Houston. That was the main two places I was traveling to. And out of Atlanta and Houston, I liked Houston more. So when I was 18, I told myself I was gonna move to Houston, but I couldn't get up and move away from my family. Like, it wasn't in me. Like, I just couldn't do it, so I stayed. And then when I turned 19, that's when I was like, yeah, I'm going. I have to. Me personally, Florida wasn't good for my mental health. I didn't have no one besides my family there. And it just wasn't a good place to be at for content wise. And so after my 19th birthday, I packed my stuff and I moved to Houston. The beginning, everything was cool. You know, I was doing everything I needed to do. I saved up. I had everything together. And you know, the first year was cool. First year was cool. When I moved away, none of my family really spoke to me besides my little brother, my aunt, and my grandma. Those were the only three that used to talk to me and check up on me and just make sure I'm okay and listen. And that's the only people I had to talk to. Fast forward to January 20th of 2024. My uncle murdered my grandma, my aunt, and my great grandpa. He put my little brother in critical condition. My little brother had a head injury. So around that time, I wasn't prepared for something like that. I was in a comfortable spot with myself and with my responsibilities, and when that happened, it was just like, it happened when everything was due. Like, my responsibilities, I had to take care of my responsibilities. I had to book flights to Florida. Yeah, I was in Florida for 2 months, and I wasn't able to post. I wasn't able to be in a camera. I wasn't able to eat. I wasn't able to function. Like, it was like I was at the lowest of the lowest part in my life. And I feel like I still am. And ever since then, I just lost the love that I had for social media, because what I was doing it for is no longer a reason. What I was fighting for is no longer a fight. It's like I'm just fighting now to make sure, like, I keep myself here so I don't hurt no one else. But the whole time, I'm the one that's dealing with the hurt. I hurt so much every day. My heart is heavy every day. I feel sick to my stomach every single day. And I try. I try to be better. I try to do what I need to do. But it's just like I want to disappear from the face of the earth, but I can't because I have stuff I need to take care of. And that is what's holding me back. I want to disappear and start a new journey with God and find myself again and just have the understanding of what's going on in my life, because I don't understand. Through this whole journey, no one has been here. when I after when I had to go to Florida for 2 months, the only person that helped me out was Raven when I needed it the most. Um, but other than that, I felt left out. I felt like nobody wanted to have me around because of my mental health. I put myself in environments I didn't want to be in for other people. And even with me going through what I was going through, it was still people trying to down talk me and just put me even more down, or say that I'm not in the right state of mind, knowing that I'm not already in the right state of mind, but at least I'm trying. It was just a whole lot. Anywho, I ended up meeting a boy, and we clicked automatically. Like, it was no awkward stage. Anytime I talked to him, anytime I looked at him, anytime I heard his voice, anytime we was around each other, nothing else mattered. Like, everything that I was feeling, or every hurt that was inside of me, went away. And yes, it was only temporarily, because when we wasn't doing those things, it would just come back. Ended up finding out that he was talking to other girls. That broke me even more. But I forgave him. And now I'm just fighting between my thoughts, my heart, and I'm tired, honestly. I'm tired of feeling like I'm not good enough for anyone. I'm tired of feeling like I'm the problem. I'm just tired of feeling in general. Like, I just want to not feel anything. I'm at the point where I don't need to be alone because I'm scared I will do something to myself. And I'm always the person that says, like, I would never hurt myself or harm myself. But honestly, I'm tired. And this is not for sympathy or nothing. This is just me being honest. I feel like a lot of people don't be honest about how they feel or their mental health or what they're thinking or what they're feeling. But I'm at the stage in my life where I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm not gonna fake and be happy or smiley, and I know that's not what I am. And when that is the case, I want everyone who made me feel some type of way, put me in any situations where I had to belittle myself or question myself, and to anybody who like hurt me and knows their actions would hurt me and still ended up doing what they did, I hope they feel every bit of guilt in their body. Because even though I'm going through what I'm going through, I've been nothing but kind, helpful, and understanding with every single person. I didn't help so many people. And when it was me, I had no one. Like, right now, I need somebody to talk to, and instead I'm talking to a camera. Lost my YouTube. Well, I had lost my monetization back in March, which is how I get paid, which is how I took care of my responsibilities. I lost it back in March. And I had no help. Truthfully, I thought I was going to get evicted. I thought I was going to lose everything, but I gave it all to God, and I'm still here. I'm still trying. And everybody that I've helped did not once ask me, what can I help you with? Are you doing okay? How's everything going? I don't hear from no one at all. I'm always the one reaching out. And that shit sucks. think that's all I have to say as of right now. I don't know when I'll be back posting how I used to post. Like, that's the goal. I want to do podcasts. I want to spread my story. I want to know that people is not alone. I want to do content that I enjoy doing and me being happy and me enjoying life. But I don't feel like that's something that's going to happen right now. So, yeah, right now I'm just trying to figure out what my next steps are. I don't want to be in Houston anymore. But with having your own place, you really just have to stick it through until yeah. That's all I have to say. Hopefully y'all see me soon. And yeah.